Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Yashodanandana Krishna 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 Hare Hare Adhikara Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Adhikara Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Doyanidai Chaitanya Bole Nache Ramarama. Doyanidai Chaitanya Bole Nache Ramarama. Nache Ramarama, Nache Ramarama, Nache Ramarama. Nitai Gauranga Jayo, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jayo, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jayo, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jayo, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Gauranga. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Nitai, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Gaura, 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 Gaura Hari. Gaura, 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 Gaura Hari. Gaura, 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 Gaura Hari. Nitai, Gaura, 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 Gaura Hari. Gaura, 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 Gaura Rakshama. Gaura, 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 Gaura Mahima. Nitai, 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 Rakshama. Nitai, 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 Mahima. Nitai, 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 Mahima. Gaura, 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 Gaura Rakshama. Gaura, 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 Gaura Rakshama. Gaura, 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 Gaura Rakshama. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Mare Raya Nande Bhai Bol Hari. Sunge da ko Bol Hari Bol. Sampadani Pade Bhai Bol Hari Bol. Sampadani Pade Bhai Bol Hari Bol. Sampadani बोल हरि बोल। ये दको बने दको बोल हरि बोल। बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। 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 निकल गोरा हरि बोल। हरि बोल। हरि बोल। बोल बोल हरि बोल। निकल गोरा हरि बोल। हरि बोल। हरि बोल। बोल हरि बोल। चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नवमावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। जय रूपा सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ। एछय गोसाई कही चरण बंदन जायते विघ्ननाश अभीष्ट पुरन। महाभाव स्वरूपतम कृष्ण प्रिया वरीयसी भक्ति प्रदेवी राधिके तांग नमाम्यहम्। राधे वृंदावनाधीशे करुणामृतवाहिनी कृपया निजपदाब्ज दास्यं मह्यं प्रदीयताम्। वन्दे नन्दापतिस्त्रीणाम् आदर्मभीक्ष्णश जसान्वरी कथोद्गीतम् पुनाति भुवनत्रयम्। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य दयाल प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। बोलो श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। गुरु परंपरा की जय। अनंत अनंत गुरु वैष्णव की जय। सपास गोदरी की जय। गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा संजीव की जय। भक्त विघ्न विनाशंकर विष्णुदेव की जय, भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, सर्वविष्ट व्रत गिरिराज गोवर्धन जी की जय, गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जी की जय, ब्रजमंडल धाम की जय, ब्रजवासी भक्त वृंद की जय, ब्रजेश्वरी मधेश्वरी परमेश्वरी श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय, ब्रजदेवीगण की जय, स्वामी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, और प्रमानंदी। Srila Prabhupada says Thakur Parisamrita.
Prabhupada is saying, if we accept Seva from anyone, then we'll have to see first if that person is surrendered or not. Or else, if we accept Seva from them, then if we accept Seva from them on the pretext of thinking they're favorable to us, then the mark of bhajan, or and if we tell him, instruct him on how to follow this path of bhajan, then we will become incompetent. We will not be able to instruct him on this path of bhajan because his consciousness is polluted. And on the pretext of performing Seva, he tries to make everyone come under his control. Like you see one person, he's giving money and he's trying to engage one person in work. So similarly, he helps the sadhus, then he tries controlling the sadhu and makes him act according to his desire. And the sadhu is saying that that person is giving so much in charity, he's doing so much seva. So then, leaving aside Gurudev's orders, instructions, and not going to their desire, he follows his own desire. And he starts acting unfavorably towards sadhu, guru, Vaishnavas. Because one's mind will become like the food he eats. If you can bring one person to this path of bhakti, and if that person becomes surrendered to Guru Bhagavan, and if Bhagavan mercifully accepts that person, the Guru Varga accept that person, then it is proper. Or else, one, he will not come on the path of this Satmarg. He will not be tolerant. Then there will be no necessity of him seeking help from others. You see, if you take 1 rupee, 1 rupee has, you take 1 rupee, it is good. But don't take money even if it is given in huge amounts from unworthy people, because then you'll have to become their slaves. This is not the duty of a Matvasi, to take money from rich people. If they want to serve the temple, then their lives will be successful. But Mat Mandir is not meant to become their slaves. Slaves, such rich people. You see, hypocritical people, they come and they try cheating the jivas. On the pretext of giving in charity, they try controlling everyone. And they try controlling everyone and leaving aside Bhagavan's Seva, they become their servants. So one is surrendered to Bhagavan, then one can cross over Maya. But if one is surrendered to Maya, then one cannot cross over Maya. And therefore Krishna has said, only by my mercy can one cross over this Devi Maya. My illusory energy. See, Devi Maya is controlling everyone. Everyone's under her control. She is behind everyone. See, one sense of discrimination is lost. So Prabhupada is saying, first one should be surrendered to Bhagavan. And then some seva can be accepted from them, from those who are surrendered. One of the pretext of performing seva, one is very poisonous like a snake. Like a poisonous snake, and he'll only give poison out. At that time, instead of glorifying Rupa Raghunath, they glorify all these rich people, glorifying them. Then we'll glorify them in front of everyone. Therefore, Prabhupada is saying, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhagavan Swami Bhakti Thakur, Padma, we should act for their pleasure. And if we leave the anuraga of this path of bhakti, then we are the doers. We will be devoid of Atma Gyan, bereft. And we will become more and more entangled in Maya. Therefore, we must not accept charity from anyone. We must not accept service from anyone. See, the bhaktas, how do they follow? What rules do they follow? The bhaktas, there is Suniti and Suriji. Uttanpad had two wives. One wife's name was Suniti, and the other was Suruchi. So Uttanpad would look towards Suniti, then she would say, during Brahma Muhurta, she would put tilak on, she would chant Anik Gayatri mantras, meditate on Bhagavan, remember him. And she would request her husband also to do the same. But Suruchi, she would say, she would serve the king very nicely, make him very happy, and then she would nicely make him sleep. She would massage him, and then she controlled him completely. And then Maharaj, he didn't like what Suniti would say. So the king would say that if you want me to practice all these things, then you go to the forest and you follow the Rishi Maharshis. Palace is a place for enjoyment, not for all these things. So king was completely under the control of Suruchi. And then he didn't care for Suniti, even made her leave the palace. So when Dhruva was born, then The king heard, but he would not care for his son. He would never take him on his lap. But when Dhruva became a little older, then the others would tease him, "Who is your father?" And he said, "Then your father is the king." So then when he went to see his father became very happy to see his son. He wanted to take him on his lap. But Suraj immediately came and she said, if you want to sit on the king's lap, you have to die and take birth from my womb. Then you can sit on his lap, or else not. So Dhruva, he was very sad. He went to his mother. And his mother, she told him that Parameshwar Sri Hari, he is Parameshwar Sri Hari, he is everyone's mother, father. So if you love him, and if he takes you on the lap, then the entire world will worship you. The entire world will love you. So why are you so worried? So he instructed him in very nice ways. So he was thinking, I should meditate on Prabhu and have the sambandha with him. So therefore he left everything. Because he had this capability. He was competent. See, his mother transmitted all the sadhan bhajan that she had done. She transmitted that Shakti into his heart. Therefore, the words she spoke had so much potency. Because she was herself practicing what she was doing. While others, they speak, but they do not practice what they speak. So his Bhagavad Shakti will not act through them. His Bhagavad Shakti will not be transmitted into the hearts of others. But Dhruva's mother, she was an ideal sadhika. One will speak to others, but without practicing, then there will be misfortune. So Suniti, she practiced everything she said. So she told Dhruva everything. So Dhruva, he from his very childhood, he had all these moods of his mother. From his very childhood, he was not in moha. He was not greedy to eat or drink. He was no longer interested for his mother's love, father's love. No, he went to the forest, meditate on Bhagavan, meet with Bhagavan. So Dharmamurti Suniti, she taught her son how to attain the lotus feet, Sri Bhagavan. Therefore, her vichar, her vivek, her buddhi, her discretion, everything was very sharp. And those who accept everything but who have not realized what they know, who are not established, who are not practicing all these things in their lives, then their anuraga will never be for Bhagavan. The anuraga will only be for this material world. Therefore, this pure anuraga is only found in Bhagavan's bhaktas. So Prabhupada is saying that Jesus Christ, he was a Mahatma. He had very good qualities. He was qualified. But you see, the Prem Seva of the Bhaktas, he had no adhikara for this. To offer something as a gift to Bhagavan out of one's love and affection, to serve with anuraga, this he was not qualified for this. He did not know this, and nor could he give such prem to others. Therefore, because he did not have this anuraga, the seva pravritti was not seen in him. he would say Bhagavan's Nirakar, Nirvishesh, Nirgun, Avyay. He just kept Bhagavan in one position, confined him to one post. But he did not bind Bhagavan by Seva, by love, by Sahartha. He did not know how to practice the path of pure bhakti for Bhagavan's pleasure. So these are all worldly. So one should transcend such worldly morality and establish himself in transcendental teachings. There is need for this transcendental objective. Paramarthik Prayojan. And what is that Paramarthik Prayojan? It is Prem Niti, the way of Prem. Such a Prakrit Priti, the Jivatma will have sambandha with Paramatma. And as long as the Jivatma has no sambandha with Paramatma, until then he will wander in samsara. Then he'll either be born in the species of animals, plants, trees, or even water, in the air, or as a demigod, Gandharva, Kinnar, Jaksha, so many different kinds of living entities. He'll be born in all these different species of lives, and be wandering these different species until unless he has no sambandha with Prabhu. And when he has sambandha with Prabhu, then he'll serve Prabhu with priti, with love. Then the Atma, by his Chitpal, by spiritual strength, he will realize his Swarup. Even now, you see, a banyan tree is found in a seed. The seed bears the potency of the entire banyan tree. But if you put the seed inside like a juice, it will not sprout. If you put in hot water, then the seed will melt. If you put inside ice, then still it will not sprout. So the seed needs suitable rasa and suitable air, water, fragrance, light. It requires all these things. Then it will sprout. It will grow into a sapling, and then it become a huge tree. So many branches, fruits, flowers, sub-branches. So if you cover the Atma with a material covering or with material ornaments like gold, silver, or you give it as much food as you want, if you make the jiva engage in tyag, tapasya, going to different tirthas, then these things will not touch the Atma. And the jiva will not benefit by these things, because these are all worldly considerations. The Shubha Karma Sukriti is had, some Punya is had, Bhikku Karma sin is had, but this will not have any benefit for the Atma. For the mind, for the body, there will be some effect in the sense, if the mind and body are happy, then the soul feels, I am also happy. But this is not permanent, this happiness. And those who are sad, then the Atma thinks, see, one who is enlightened, he knows that such happiness and sorrow, they are only imagination. Like if you tell him Brahmachari, Sannyasi, your son will die, then the Brahmachari and Sannyasi, he will happy. He'll say, I don't even have a son. Then how can my son die? But if you tell the Grihastha, your son will die, then the Grihastha will start crying so much. He will grow into chronic depression then. He'll say, oh Maharaj, don't say such things, don't kill my son. But if you tell someone your son will die, and if he doesn't have a son, then even if he had 1,000 times, then he'll not care. Why does he care? Because I don't even have a son. So such happiness and sorrow is only imagination. Krishna, he says in the Gita, that I must try to tolerate such happiness and distress, because they are not the symptoms of Atma Dharma. They are only figment of one's imagination. So as long as one is not established in his Atma Dharma and he is not related by love, Bhagavan, because right now our love is contaminated. You see, we love cows, calves, cats, dogs, and some people, they raise llamas, like in Peru, and some are raising goats, parrots, and pigs, and all these different kinds of living entities. They have relationship. This is mine, that is yours. But all such relationships are very temporary. Still we are entangled. So how can that priti become pure? How can we repose our love and affection in that Supreme Personality? So therefore we have a love and affection for so many people. So that's all right, but still gradually you must start offering all of your love and affection, all of your time to Prabhu, regardless of whether you feel happy or not. This is called Vaidhi Marga, path of discipline, path of regulation. And when you start doing such, offering yourself, gradually you start chanting a few rounds, you start putting tilak on, you do puja, you read books. But this by force you are doing. Since the rule I'll have to do, or else I'll have to suffer because of my anarthas. So many lives are lost, I'll lose one more life. But still here also there's not a lot of gain. So Prabhupada is saying, how can one have this transcendental personality? One will have to then make use of this way of prema, way of love. So those bhaktas who are always absorbed in this prema, who are sambandha with Prabhu, then even if they see a flower, even if they see water, they'll have uddipan. The love will be stimulated. Say, they use everything for Prabhu. They feel like offering everything for Prabhu. They feel like offering everything onto the Lord's feet of Sri Bhagavan. Why are the Rajvasis so dear to Krishna? Because the vritti of the Rajvasis is Chit vritti, means it's entirely transcendental. Their gyan, their knowledge is because they're always staying with Krishna, who is the predominating deity of Samvit Shakti. And what does he do? He's always herding cows. Not that he's only cow herding. Go means not just cows. Go means gopis. Go also means knowledge. And knowledge of the Vedas. See, go vardhaiti, go vartana. See, Govardhan, what does he do? He increases the love and affection of all the living entities. He makes them all absorbed in prema. So Prabhu loves anyone. And those jivas, then if those jivas repose all their prema in Bhagavan, then they'll never wander, they'll never be lost. And their prema will never be used for anyone else. Therefore, by such priti, by such rasa, the Atma will be awakened. Realize the Swarup, be absorbed in the Swarup Dharma, established But by Jadaras, he'll only have a Jada body, material body. He'll have a subtle body by knowledge. And by Jadaras, he'll have a gross body. But by Aprakrit Ras, without this Aprakrit Ras, how will you get an Aprakrit body? Not possible. You can bathe in all the tirthas for 1,000 lives. You may do tapasya dandavati for 1,000 lifetimes. To tapasya dhan, whatever you feel like. You say Dhruva, you performed austerities, meditation for so many days. But Bhagavan said still you'll have to do sadhana. Unless and until all of your love and affection is reposed in me, then until then you'll have to continue sadhana. Then I'll give you your Nitya Shuddha Sharir. Then I'll take you to Dhruva Loka. Even Bhagavan said the same thing to Naradashi. Do Nam, Kirtan, go everywhere. And when I see that you are engaged in my Seva 24 hours a day, and you don't belong to anyone else, then I'll give you your Siddha Swarup, your Shuddha Swarup, or Prakrit Swarup, Atma Swarup. So this Paramartha Niti is something entirely different from worldly considerations. You see, anything that is transcendental is not subject to worldly morality, worldly regulations, worldly conduct. Bhakti cannot be had by debauchery, by illicit behavior. Krishna Lila, you should never consider Krishna Lila to be something very immoral. Or else one may also think, I can act as I wish. Prem is not bound by any judgment. But no, this is not proper. One who is a premi, he will also follow all worldly conventions, societal conventions. And also, if one listens even to one word, then those who are following Vidhi Marg, even if they listen one word, they cannot retain, because their minds are elsewhere. Even when Kirtan is going on, their minds are elsewhere. And when Smaran, they're trying to chant Harinam, they have to remember Prabhu. But who are they remembering? They're remembering this worldly, they're remembering all these worldly things, worldly people. So who, when we're chanting all our malas, who are we remembering? Who are we thinking about? Then we'll have to think. At least even if one chants one round for 16 rounds, even if he chants 64, still he must think, in the 64 rounds, how long am I with Prabhu, with Nam? Or else, how far am I from Nam? Every day, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says, you must think about this. When you're chanting, who are you with? You must think, while chanting Nam, how long did I think about Prabhu? How long was I with him? And how long? And all that I'm chanting, but my mind is elsewhere. Where is my mind? And we call the mind back, and the mind starts troubling us. If we don't say anything, then the mind is going here and there. And if we're trying, still, we cannot control our minds. But the Premi Bhaktas, because of the sambandha they have with Bhagavan, they, even if they don't chant, even if they chant, anyhow they'll remember. See, Mother Yashoda, she does not chant on beats the whole day. But still she does not forget Krishna even for one single moment. The Vrajasis never forget Krishna. Even when Krishna left and went to Mathura and Dwarka, still, for even a moment, they did not forget Krishna. So Krishna is sent Uddhav, go and see for yourself. Go and look for yourself. Uddhav was astonished. So this way Uddhav was thinking, although we are with Krishna, we don't meditate on him. But these Vrajasis, they're far away from him. But even one moment, they cannot forget him. They cannot forget even for the time that takes for the blink of an eye. Means the blink of an eye takes less than a moment. Even for less than a moment, they cannot forget Krishna. And they say their lives are entirely engaged. in their seva, they have offered themselves in such seva to Krishna, which is eternally going on. When Nityananda Prabhu appeared in this world, what did he do? He named all his students, all his friends, childhood friends. Then he had them all enact these pastimes of Ram, Krishna. He taught them, made them remember, and all the other leelas of Bhagavan's avatars, so that Jadalila will not enter their hearts and control them. He wanted this Chit Lila to enter their hearts. So therefore, from his very childhood, he made everyone absorbed in remembering Bhagavad Lila. But if one remembers Jada Lila, like one's friends, brothers, parents, then they'll show you, let's go watch some sports, some sporting event, let's go see some drama, let's go to the movies. And nowadays everyone has mobile phone, and they have the whole day they're just looking at everything on their mobile phones. They become mad. And you see every person, he has 4 or 5 mobile phones. The whole day is only absorbed looking at his phone. So you see Nityananda Prabhu from his very childhood, he made everyone relish this Leela. And he made everyone relish this Leela. He gave everyone the adhikara for this. And by such Leela, the material body and mind will not be nourished. Rather the Atma himself or herself will be nourished. Because by Jada Leela, one will have this resonance in this material world. Means one will become a scientist, become a researcher. One cannot go beyond this material world. But to enter this aprakrit jagat for this lasting peace and happiness, one wants to be freed from these desires of lust. Then one should understand the topmost limit of Krishna Lila. You see, those who believe in morality, they cannot understand the acme or the pinnacle of Krishna Lila, which is his Leelas with the gopis. They think that these gopis are like Laila, Majnu, Romeo, Juliet. Can such mundane love ever be equal to the love shared between Krishna and the gopis? All these, you see, all the love that is seen in this world is only mundane. And by listening to such stories, one only fall into the ditch of misfortune. But you see, Krishna Leelas and the gopis is entirely different. So Sudhir Goswami is entirely transcendental. He was naked, but still he was speaking about these Leelas that the gopis had with Krishna to Parikshit Maharaj. There he was saying, Vikritam prajavaduridam cha Vishnu shatan vitanishna tathavarnayatva Bhakti param bhavati pratilapya kamam ridrogam asva pihinote achirena dhira. Then, by listening to these Leelas of Krishna and the gopis, all your ashakti, your bandhan, your moha, your lust, you'll be free from all these things that are detrimental. And they will make a proper way for you to attain the lotus feet of Sri Bhagavan. So just do Shravan Kirtan or such. Shravan Kirtan, Smaran Kirtan or such, Vraj Leela. You see, Krishna is the deity of Prem. And such dealings between Krishna and the gopis should never be misunderstood to be like the love affairs of this material world. You see, if one who's absorbed in the lustful dealings of this world, he's only satisfying his own senses. He has no clue about his Atma. But the loving affairs between Krishna and the gopis are like the sun itself, so effulgent and radiant. And by such a prakritas, by such Atma Sambandha, by being showered with such a prakritrasa, the soul will blossom, will flourish, and will have this nitya adhikara for Bhagavad Seva. Ankurit pallavit pushpit means what? Means the soul gradually blossoms. So Rupa Goswami has described the 6 unfurling. The 6 leaves that gradually unfurl when the Bhakti Kripa blossoms. What is it? Kleshagni Shubhata, Moksha Lagusha Akrit, Sandhananda Visheshatma, Krishna Karshanicha. These 6 leaves gradually unfold. So the Sakhas, they have Sakyaras, the Dasyas have Dasyaras, the Shanta, the Dasantaras, Vatsalya, Vatsalyaras, Madhurya. So if one takes shelter of any of these rasas and desires to serve Bhagavan, then gradually Bhagavan's mercy will be showered upon him and the Atma will be showered by this rasa. And first of all, these difficulties will go away. Kleshakni, Shubhata, all these Asmita, Rag, Dvesh, Abhinivesh, these 5 kinds of miseries will go away. Sarbrahma, Satrishna, Dharmadaya, Sartrishna, Parad, and all life, Pratipati, Kashai, Rasaswad, they'll all go away. This is called Kleshakni, means all miseries are burnt into this fire of purity. And then there's Shubhada, all forms of good fortune arise. First, these 2 leaves unfurl. At first, you plant a seed, and the seed gradually grows into a sapling, germinates, and 2 leaves unfurl. They are called Kleshagni and Shubhada. And 2 more leaves unfurl, Moksha Lagusha and Sandhananda. And they say, not this Mokshananda, Brahmananda, one will have this Aprakritananda. And the desire for mukti, and one will never have any desire for liberation. He will be free from all bondage. Because the Krishna Bhakta, he is always Nishkam. Therefore he is always happy and peaceful, because he has no desire whatsoever. So who can possibly bind him? And then Moksha Lagutakriti is there. And then one starts getting this Aprakrit Ananda. He is always drowning in these waves of bliss. Then who will desire Jadananda? Who will go towards Mokshananda, Brahmananda? Then you see, Shri Krishna Karshanicha. Then your Atma Sarup will manifest. And then your Atma Sarup will attract Krishna by Prem Seva. Therefore, Prabhupada is saying that this Aprakrit Kam always fulfills the desires of Krishna, pleases his senses. This is Aprakrit Prem, Aprakrit Kam. And the Aprakrit Dham, Krishna's Chinmay Vigraha. One will surrender himself into the service of that Chinmay Vigraha, Sri Krishna himself. And the worldly calm that is seen in this world will make the senses very restless. They disturb the senses, agitate them. But Aprakrit Prem, Aprakrit Kam, such transcendent Prem soothes the soul, cleanses the soul, gives all good qualities to the soul, like patience, fortitude, dhairya. And then Jadendriya will never trouble them in mundane senses. And then if any person, any object comes, then such attractions in the material world can no longer influence or bewilder them. So Prabhupada says it, Thakur, he is saying, this is the effulgent despot. So don't think that Krishna Lila is something illicit. Krishna is Aditya Bhokta, Vastav Satya, Ichamai Swarat. So 3 adjectives are used here. He is Ichamai Bhokta, he can enjoy as he wishes. And he is supremely independent. And when the jiva is established in his Atma Dharma, then he realizes where I am, where I was. Then how can he possibly find faults in Bhagavan? You see, the insignificant jiva is conditioned by Maya. He falls enjoyer, he is very impure. And they say because of his impurities, he sees the entire world as impure. And there Dharma doesn't manifest. Rather that they are the loss of Dharma. Means Dharma is gradually waning. Dharma will meet its destruction there. And when I summon with Bhagavan, then there is a sequence of gradual advancement. Gradually good qualities will appear, divine qualities, doubt will go away, and the soul will no longer be disturbed. The Jivatma will always be happy. Ratan Thakur has written, the Jiva being beaten by these 6 anarthas is wandering everywhere. Being the servant of Kam Krodh, Maya is beating him. He is possessed by this Pisachi, by the witch of sensuality. But the sadhu, what does he do? He exercises the jiva, and he makes the jiva free from this ghost. And he tells the jiva, no, you're no longer a purchased slave, because kritadas means a slave who has been purchased by Maya. But the sadhu, he delivers the jiva. He says, no, you're no longer a kritadas, purchased servant. You're no longer a slave of lust, anger. And he dispels all these enemies. So in Jada Jagat, there's Krama Vikas, means gradual advancement. In the Chit Jagat, there is advancement, Krama Vikas, sequential advancement. But in the material world, the opposite is seen. The jiva is falling further into netherworlds, then Tanatal, Sutal, Vital, into all hellish regions. Jiva gradually becomes a demon, Asur. But by serving Krishna, by Bhagavad Seva, one will have Adok Sach Darshan, Adok Sach Gyan, transcendental knowledge, and this sequential unfoldment of transcendental good fortune. And then gradually, the superlative degree of transcendence, Purna, Purnatar and Purnatam, will gradually manifest. But those who engage in this Atmendriya Priti Vansha, who work to satisfy their senses, what will happen to them? They will meet utter ruin, total destruction. So there Prabhupada Srila Thakur is saying, first one will gradually be an atheist, then he will have doubt, Sandevadi, then he will be ignorant, then he will become Mayavadi, then he will believe in Shunyavad. So these are the 5 stages of self-annihilation. You see, this is a sequential destruction. First he'll be an atheist, he'll have no faith, then he'll be very ignorant, he is very foolish, then he'll be Mayavadi, then be a Buddhist, Shunyavadi. And those who please Bhagavan's senses, then how do they advance? How will they blossom? They, like these talks that concern the transcendental leelas of Krishna, Chitvilas. This way, when a person, what does he do? He cleanses himself, he takes a bath, he wears good clothes, then he'll never look back at dirty things, and never look back at the drain. So Nirvishesh Brahma Mayavad Shunyavar is like the dirty drain. You will think, how can Brahma be formless? This is very dirty, this consideration. How can you say Brahma is formless, devoid of characteristics? How can you think like this? There are no such thoughts now polluting them anymore. How can Brahma be alone by himself? That time they worship Brahma either as Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram, Rukmani Dwarkadish, and then gradually their worship will culminate in the worship of Sri Radha Govinda. Kam Tartamya means this gradation. Krama Vikas means this is how that bhakti blossoms. And then this Indriya Tarpan, sense gratification, will seem very disgusting for them, very repulsive. So rather when there's a Prakrit Leela, then they will realize, one person who thinks that these Leelas of Radha Govinda are not proper, then because of such an offense, he will fall and he will be ruined. So when he surrenders the lotus feet of Sri Bhagavan, and then gradually his bhakti blossoms. First, he likes Lakshmi Narayan, then Ayodhyanath Ram, then Dwarkadish, then Mathuradish. Then they say his consciousness gradually reaches its full potential. Then the oversoul, the transcendental personality, that is the transcendental reality in its full aspect, will manifest, fullest aspect. Then he will never accept the thoughts of the Jains, Mayavadis, the Buddhists, such fallacious teachings will never make him fall from the path of bhakti. You see, the atheist, he attains Jada Samadhi, so-called Samadhi. But the Chit Bhakta, he attains Chit Samadhi. Means he is absorbed in this contemplation on the Leelas of Radha and Krishna. So therefore, in Kali Yuga, if one does Krishna Sankirtan, then he'll realize the Naam and the person of the name are non-different. And by doing such Smaran Kirtan, Shravan of Naam, then Bhagavan first of all empower that Jiva, the chanter. And he will gradually advance, proceed. Like you see a boy, when he is born, he cannot move on his own. Then the mother feeds him, breastfeeds him, and then looks after him, nurtures him, nourishes him, then catches him, then makes him walk. Then he learns how to walk by himself, he learns how to talk. Because it is called mother tongue. Before he didn't know anything, he was neutral. Now he drank the milk of his mother. Then you see, just as his mother speaks, he speaks the same way. Therefore it's called mother tongue. I say, by chanting Bhagavan's names, Bhagavan will empower him. Nam Namakari Nija Bahuda Sarva Shakti. But not all at once. Slowly. First he'll be healthy. Then he'll have strength. And then, before he was chanting Nam, now he desires to engage in Hari Seva. Some people say, oh, why should I do Kirtan with these young people? Oh, why should I live with old people? Oh, I am a scholar, I am from a good caste, I won't do Kirtan with those from lower caste. So those who believe in such dharma of the body and mind, they are not established in Atma Dharma. Because the Atma is neither young nor old, neither is the Atma a man or a woman. So there is no such consideration of who one should do Kirtan with and who one should not do Kirtan. There is no consideration of time, place, circumstance. The chanting of Harinam, anyhow, any place, Harinam can be chanted. Because this only relates to the Atma Dharma, corresponds to the Atma Dharma. Even a sinful person can chant. Even one who is pure, he can also chant. By engaging in such Naam Bhakti, Naam will empower him, make him proceed, advance. As long as the spiritual, this cognizance, Chetanata is not realized, then he will only be wandering in this material world. Therefore, we see when the Mahatmas, if they see people creating a ruckus, creating so much nuisance, then the sadhu remains very silent. He said, what Harikatha can I possibly speak to such people who are creating such nuisance? They are only shouting at each other. What need is there for me to speak Harikatha to such people? They have no knowledge, only fighting for mundane things, objects, only trying for this. But when one attains this realization of itself, then by such Atma Shakti, Bhagavat Shakti, he will gain entrance into Bhagavat Rajya and he'll have this good fortune of having darshan of Bhagavan and his parikars. He will be qualified. Well, he said there is no sadhu in this world. You say, oh, if one gets a blanket, then he says, oh, this blanket has so much hair. Then he throws all the hair away from the blanket. But then nothing remains because blanket is made from the wool of sheep. So similarly, if you yourself are not a sadhu, then how can you possibly identify a sadhu? A thief, he thinks everyone is a thief in this world. A lusty man, he thinks everyone is lusty in this world. Tulsidas is sung that, oh Ram, may I have attachment onto Lord's feet just as a lusty man is attached to a woman. One according to his personality, he views the world in the same way, the same light. And as long as one has not taken shelter of this aprakrit naam, aprakrit shakti, then how can he have this aprakrit darshan? Before one was having just jada darshan, he was shouting so much, creating nuisance, then sadhu will never speak Harikatha there. Bhagavan has two incarnations. He appears in his naam, as his naam, and as his deity. Naam avatar and Archa avatar. When you serve the deity, then very quickly you'll be empowered. If you chant naam, then you'll also be empowered. And as much shakti you will get, to that degree you'll have faith. And as much you get that much shakti, you get that much faith. Then you get nishtha, then ruchi, then ashakti. And then when this Chidvilas Bhav will appear, then you will not even care what is material, what is spiritual. You will be transcendental to everything. You will be beyond this world of duality. Therefore, service to Bhagavan. Serve him. Serving his Archa avatar, chanting his name. The more you chant, the more you are near with Namavatar, Prabhu. If whole day, if you chant even like 1 hour, 2 hours, but still that 1 hour you cannot chant, very hard. Because you have no ruchi. Life after life, you don't have this, you are not habituated. But when you try to chant more, then what will happen? Then after some time, this aprakrit shakti will gradually enter you, enter your heart. And then your chanting will become natural. And as your faith grows stronger, you'll have ruchi. Then there's no need to tell anyone, oh, you chant, why are you not chanting? You see, rats have made a house in your bead bag because you have not even touched your beads. So the spiders have made spider webs there. The rats have little children there in your bead bag. Because one has no ruchi. So he doesn't have religion. If he has no shraddha, no nishtha, how will he have ruchi? Anyhow, he will chant 1 round, you have to shout at him. Why are you not chanting? And then he's saying, oh, the sadhus, Guruji is telling me, my family is telling me to chant. But still he will not chant. Because he has no shakti, no ruchi. So how will he chant? But you must begin. You must start. So the sadhus, the santas, Guru, Bhagavad Bhaktas, they give the shakti according to their own sweet will. And they make you chant this naam. Therefore, why do you accept Sri Guru? Why do you go to this Sri Guru, who is Namacharya? Because he himself chants. And he also makes you chant. Like you say, if any conditioned soul goes to any bhakta, then you see the bhakta just tells the jiva, just chant Harinam. And just by these words, he'll start chanting. He's infused with this inclination, ruchi. And when he serves Shri Vigraha, then he will think, let me bring some fruits, flowers, sweets to Bhagavan. These things of the market are not so nice. I'll cook something nice, I'll learn. And gradually, he feels, oh, I have done Archan Pujan. Now I'll sing something very nice for Prabhu. I'll observe his birthday. And then I'll call all these musicians. I'll decorate this place very nicely. Because this Chitvritti is being transmitted into his heart. This inclination. Then his service to Sri Vigraha is very natural, very spontaneous. Therefore, as soon as the Guru Varga initiates someone, they give this Archa Vigraha. Because Guru, he cannot stay with his disciple all the time. But by giving this Vigraha, the disciple is always in close proximity to his Guru, with his Guru. And then he achieves everything. But don't serve like a paid servant. Not that, oh, I'm very busy. So then you hire a pujari and then you give him a salary every month. Then he'll just ring the bell off. He'll just do something and he'll run away. But he has no priti for Bhagavan. His Atmavat Seva should be done. If I'm cold, then Bhagavan is also feeling cold. If I'm hungry, then Bhagavan is also hungry. I'll have to feed him, just as I feed my own self. So we must render such Bhagavad Seva with Preeti. See, Mahaprabhu was staying in Jagannath Puri, and where was Raghu Pandit? And every day Mahaprabhu would come and eat in the house of Raghu Pandit in Panihati. At Panihati, there Mahaprabhu would come every day. In Jagannath Puri, he'd only eat a little, very little. But then when he'd go to Shivananda Sen, when he'd go to Nakul Brahmachari, he'd go everywhere and eat everything that they had offered. He'd go to Sachidamata when she was cooking for him in Mayapur. He'd go everywhere. Therefore, when the bhaktas offer something to him with love, then Bhagavan, he naturally goes there and accepts everything that they have to offer. This is vow, this is solemn promise. So, when Krishna was about to leave, depart and enter his spiritual realm, then he told Uddhav. So as he was about to leave, that time dharma, gyan, everything left with him. But Bhagavan himself left this Bhagavad Puran. He left this Bhagavad Puran in this world. In this Bhagavad Puran, Bhagavan has given everything. He stored everything inside there. Inside this chest. So Bhagavan has appeared as his Nam Avatar and Archa Avatar. So he has given the special order. Serve me in my form as the holy name and as the deity. So when one chants with firm faith and serves the deity, then everything will become very easy. No difficulty then. Then, not that. You see the Mayavadis, they worship the deity for 2-3 days and throw the deity in the water. Once, one son, he asked his father, who was a Muslim, he said, "Oh father, oh uncle, let me go see what the Hindus are worshipping." He said, "Why are you going there? They worship for 1 day, 2 days, and then throw the deity inside the water. There's no need to go there." He said, "Oh, thousands of people are going, let me also go see how the Hindus observe this religious function." They said, "There's no need. We do namaz, we say Allah Akbar. You see, our Allah is in the mosque. He has no form, but the Hindus, they make a form. They make a statue, and by seeing the statue, your mind will be pure, impure. Just give me the order, I'm going." He said, "Alright, go see and come." Then he went to see. Then he went everywhere. So thousands of people were singing, dancing, rolling on the ground, distributing so many gifts, embracing each other. He returned late at night. Then his uncle asked him, "What did you see?" "Did you see anything?" "Yes." Then he said, "What did I see?" They decorated this deity so nicely. They put garlands, they put a crown, many bangles, sari. They decorated the deity so nicely, put a dhoti on. And then when I saw inside there was only like dry grass. They just took some dry grass and then they just put some decorations on this dry grass and then threw it inside the water. So I saw there was only dry grass there. This hay. Busa. Means like empty husk. So they say they're only worshipping such empty husk. So the Mayavadis are like this. They only cheat people by the deity service. They have no faith in the deity. So how will they serve the deity? And Bhagavan's deity service is very deep. By Vigraha Seva you'll have Atma Shakti. You'll have Chetanata. And by serving ghosts you will become a ghost. Therefore those who worship the demigods go to the demigods. And they worship me ultimately, Krishna says, but Avidhi Purukam. They worship me in an improper way. They think they're worshipping the other demigods. And they think I'm serving Bhagavan, but just thinking this way, how will they be helped? So Bhagavan, his form is eternal. He is eternal. Prabhupada says, don't be deceitful. Don't be a hypocrite. You see, during a theatrical performance, during a drama, if someone dresses as Ram, Krishna, then everyone goes and falls at the feet of those artists who are enacting the Leelas. Like if someone has become Ram or Sita, they go fall at their feet. They give someone pranami and they give him garlands. And the same person who's playing Ram, he comes out and he's smoking bidis, he's smoking marijuana. So such pretentious display will not do. Vigraha Archavatar is not like this. No human becomes Ram. How can this body made of flesh and bones become God? So therefore to go to such dramas means you're falling away from the path of bhajan. If you go to any theatrical performance which is not bona fide, in this way your eternal auspiciousness is had by such Archa Vigraha Seva and Nam Seva. Listen tomorrow. Ooh.
Haribol Boyar Madan Mohan Haribol. Hare Radha Krishna Rupa Madhuri Heri Bodonaya Bhari He Kundera Dware Dware He Kundera Dware Dware Rahe Bhaga Hari Bhagan Mohan Hari Sombrata Brajavasi Puramanera Vilashi Sombrata Brajavasi Puramanera Vilashi Kave Shri Krishna Ravanshi Kave Shri Krishna Ravanshi Shuni Bhava Vashi Vashi Yamuna Jane Haranti Magale Vashi Vashi Yamuna Jane Jai Radha Govinda Bole Jai Radha Govinda Bole Jai Radha Govinda Bole Jai Radha Govinda Bole Jai Radha Govinda Nara Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Radha Madan Maharaj, Madan Maharaj,